There's a lot of topics to cover within the breast cancer community. In A Beautiful Self, we bring in the experts to inform, to take your questions, and to inspire.
Tune in Tuesdays at 12 on Facebook and Instagram Live to join the conversation.
Hey, my name is Patricia Fox, the Pink Sistah, beauty influencer and wellness advocate. Join me as I share my favorite beauty products for fighters and survivors.
See you there. Hello, everyone. It's Michelle and Jillian, and welcome to Tip Tuesday, where we cover relevant topics for breast cancer survivors, fighters, and their support systems. Jillian, tell us about our very special guest today.
I'm really excited for Tim. I'm always excited, but this one is a very heartfelt one. So our special guest is our friend and warrior sister, the gorgeous, the sparkling Patricia Fox, or if you know her handle on Insta, she is the Pink Sistah. If you don't know her, you need to follow her. Patricia is very special to me personally, and I know Dina, if you're out there watching, she's special to you too, because the three of us met when we were at radiation together. We were on this similar schedule. So people would say, because we were all bald, we were all hairless, right? So people would say, you know, oh, you and Dina look alike. Like, wait till you guys meet each other, right? And then they'd say, and you and Patricia have such a similar energy, like you're going to love her. So the three of us really bonded a bit kind of through this constant rotation of seeing each other. And the reason we wanted Patricia on the show today is because she is such an inspiration to our community in so many ways. So not only did she have to go through breast cancer, but after breast cancer, through treatment, I believe she's going to tell us she developed MS. She's not even 30 years old yet. Okay. That's crazy. She also had to reinvent herself while going through the uncertainty of a disease, a painful disease like MS. But instead of wallowing and sitting in her pain, like she pushed forward. She's now a burgeoning beauty influencer. She's a member of Sephora Beauty Squad. You can see her image on billboards and all over in retail. We're so proud of her. She is an advocate in the multicultural community for women going through breast cancer. So we were like, you know what? We need some May inspiration here. So we called her in to chat with us today about some of her beauty favorites, because she's out in the field and in the trenches. So she's going to give us some inspiration, and she's going to give us some insight on what's going on in her life and how she got through it. And then we're going to talk beauty. So without further ado, let's welcome our dear friend, the Pink Sistah, the gorgeous Patricia Fox.
Thank you for that amazing intro. And I'm so happy to be with you all. Like, you all definitely have a special place in my heart, because we were, like you said, we were all going through it together, and just, you know, reinventing ourselves together, you know, with how we wanted to impact your beauty in this community. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, yay. All right. Love fest, love fest. Number one, how you feeling?
Today I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good because I'm honoring my body's boundaries. And by that, it's, you know, when it's time to rest. If it's time to unplug. So yeah, today I'm feeling good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So I have a question for you. How old were you? Because I know you were young, really young, when you were diagnosed with breast cancer, and how did you find the breast cancer?
So I was 26. I had just turned 26. My birthday is October. I found it in November. And it was overnight. I went to bed and I woke up the next day and I had a lump that was like about the size of a golf ball in my right breast. And it was out of nowhere. And I was just like, I'm a little young, but I think I should get this looked at because this is so sudden.
Yeah, that's okay. And then after, and I'm looking in to see, and Dina's out here and Sally's out here, and living people like hearts and love. So that's why sometimes you'll see me look down. I'm just looking at the crowd coming in. So tell us a little bit about MS, because I was shocked when you and I were in contact and you were like, look, this is what's happening. So what happened with that?
So literally, it just as sudden as breast cancer. And it's so crazy. I don't believe in coincidences. So I think that it was definitely a message, something for me to kind of just reveal and have time for introspection about what's happening in my life at that time. But literally, I'm walking one day and the next day I can't walk. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling this immense pain. I went to the ER a couple of times and they were like, oh no, it's, you know, you may have paresthesia from like sitting too long, which I'm like, you know, at that time, I think I was 30, or like I was just 30 or 31. And I was just like, this is not just like sitting down being numb. And so I had an MRI and they were like, oh, well, we think it's arthritis in your neck. So fast forward, after many like visits, I actually saw a neurologist, and they were like, well, we think it's actually a demyelinating disease. Yeah. And I wound up being admitted to the hospital from that visit immediately. I didn't even get to leave the doctor's office. And it went from a 2-day stay to a 5-day stay. And I left on a walker, and I had to learn how to walk again, to like wash again, to do everything. So that took about a year to recover.
Wow. It's just crazy because it's like you think, all right, I'm so young, I got breast cancer. Well, we got this horrible thing over with. That's the worst that can happen, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you were your own advocate. And I think that that's a huge message right there, because I think sometimes we all get a little neurotic after breast cancer. So, and we like, we're calling on, like I was, at least, I got a pain, I got this, I got that. And I love our, where we went, I think they're amazing, but I hear cases where they just push them aside and they're like, oh, you're fine. It's just this, or it's just that. So yes, be your own advocate. And I love that. So one of the things I want to talk about, because it's very real in our community, is that after cancer, like long after the new survivorship kicks in, we're always trying to kind of glue back these pieces, right? And this is where we experience that rock bottom, right? And a lot of us don't want to talk about it because some of these rock bottoms are rock bottom. So tell us a little bit about your rock bottom, and then kind of how you picked yourself up and reinvented yourself.
So I was unhappy with my career at that time. I love helping people. I love talking. So it wasn't so much that as much as it was, I just felt like I was wasting my life. Cancer, definitely created like a sense of urgency. And, I'm my mid-20s, I'm not really planning or being strategic. So I abruptly resigned from my job. And then I was like, I'm going to make an impact with beauty. I'm going to, just teach and share my journey. And I was homeless for a spell, and my family was like, just come down here. Like, so I'm in Philly right now. I was in Jersey. I'm in Philly right now. And since then, I've been in fashion shows, working photo shoots, just freelancing, just getting myself out there. And, in the interim, while I was transitioning from my career, I went to school for skincare. So I kind of took that experience with me. So I wound up being accounting manager at King of Prussia for Origins. And that was a great experience to kind of just, really develop my managerial skills, interpersonal skills, and sharing my story. I would share with anyone who would listen. So
yeah, we are soul sisters.
Right. And, people would ask me too, because they're just like, there's something different about you. And, we get to talking, and, their basket's $200, and, they're on their way and they got to know me. So,
I love that you said that, because I want to tell you, like, in my life, like, so I have this 30-year career in beauty, right? And I can't begin to tell you, especially after social hit, how many people, oh my God, my daughter's a makeup artist. Oh my God, I'm a makeup artist. Oh my God, I want to be a makeup artist. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, it was insane how many people would contact me or tell me that they've got someone, because, everyone eventually with a camera became a makeup artist, which was so aggravating for my generation who were, right? And it's hard to say, listen, you don't understand. This is hard work, right? This is hard work if you want to succeed. And I remember that you told me you were interested in beauty. And I have to say, I knew that you were going to be successful and grow, because you understood and that this was hard work, that it wasn't like I have a phone and now I'm an expert. You know what I mean? I saw it in you where you were like, I'm going to take this seriously, and I know we've had those conversations before about just don't give up, but you got to go, keep moving. Yes. So now I was able to like say that to you, like, keep moving, right? I didn't do anything for you, but say that you are out there on your own, like hustling. So what would you say now to someone who was like you, maybe 5 years ago, and said, yeah, but look, now you're on a big billboard and you're doing this and you're doing that, like you paved a way. What would you say to someone who wanted to pave a way in a brand new career? What would you tell them?
Always, remember your why, because there's going to be a lot of times where you feel like quitting, because I kept my insurance license. I have 4 lines of authority. I kept it up until I had MS. So because I was just like, at least I'll have something to lean back on. But even though like there was that, I still persevered, and I was like, no, this is really what I'm passionate about. This is what I really want to do. And so speaking to people, sharing your story. Everyone is, interested in beauty or an expert, but you have to have your niche. What's your story? What's your why? How are you impacting, besides just, I'm doing a review on this product? What's your impact? Who's your community? Who's your people? Where's your passion? Because passion is an internal thing, So I would say, and be prepared for hard work. It was not easy. I knew what I was getting myself into. I was willing to be homeless. I was willing to start in retail at $9 an hour when I was in Jersey, living in the shelter. I was willing to relocate. I was willing to share my story with any and everyone and do whatever I needed to. And I knew what my end goal would be. And it still is. I'm living that. And that's making an impact in this community. It came with a lot of other opportunities that I would have never imagined. And I'm so grateful for. But be prepared for the work and know what your vision is. Know your why. Know your people. What's your passion?
I got chills. I couldn't love you anymore. I could not love you. You're so awesome. Yes. Preach. Yes. Amazing. Yes. Oh my God. So good. Okay. So let's go back to community, right? And this is something I really think is important, and what you stand for, like what's your lane, right? And you are an advocate in the Black and Brown community, right? And I know that you're very active in the Black and Brown community. So when it comes to breast cancer, do you think that, you could share some things with maybe others that are finding themselves in struggles and situations, but within your community? I think shared experiences, because I think that, what do you think some of the biggest struggles are in your community when it comes to breast cancer? First, let me rewind that. What do you think are some of the biggest struggles in the Black Brown community when it comes to breast cancer?
Delay and denial. I know a lot of people who are in denial about it, who are unaware of their medical history, which is very important. But, a lot of times in this community, it's just what it goes on in this house stays in this house. We're not really sharing what's going on. And, there's some shame and embarrassment that comes with being diagnosed with any disease. So the delay and denial definitely is something that needs to be addressed. And then once you do put yourself in a place where you see a medical professional, unfortunately, there's still a medical apartheid. And that's something that is still, apparent today, just as, adversely as it was some years ago. So advocating for yourself, I have this pain, this is what I need. Speaking to other people who, have had your experience, so you know what to look out for, what benefits you're entitled to, what questions to ask, looking for a community that you'll be safe in. But it's definitely, acting, taking action immediately and then advocating for yourself, because I've had many experiences where I'll talk with people who are younger than me, who are also, Black women or, women of color. And they're like, yeah, they denied me, or they said that, it wasn't really a big deal, not to worry. And it wound up being something that was exacerbated and could have been prevented. And it's unfortunate that we still have to advocate for ourselves in that way. But we do. And it's a matter of life and death. So advocate for yourself and do not delay. Take action immediately. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. You have community, and, the visibility of Black and Brown women is growing. So, seek it, because when I was diagnosed, I remember I couldn't really find a lot of people, and a lot of young adults too. Unfortunately, there are a lot of younger women that are being diagnosed, and, that ties into a whole nother idea that I have. However, my main thing is take action and advocate for yourself.
Okay. Thank you. That's amazing. And that's really good advice, especially not just the Black Brown community, but the young community.
Especially the young community too, because, you're young. That's what I was told. Even now, I go for my follow-ups. I have 6-month, intermittent follow-ups because of adverse, whatever. And it's just like, why are you here? Why the hell do you think I'm here?
Yes.
I'm here for fun. I just came
because I love having my breast squeezed into this thing.
To be in an MRI machine for fun. I'm here because I'm a survivor. I'm here because I need to follow up. So it's, it gets frustrating being asked over and over. But
it's because it's shocking to see someone so young. It really is, even though that is a growing community that's having this struggle.
Yeah.
So, good for you for being out there to represent not only the Black and Brown community, but the young community. Those are they're so important. So I love it. Great. So the advocacy piece, I love, and really speaking out for yourself at all times. I think you're right. And I want to ask you, because tell us about your mindfulness workbook.
Okay.
I want to know about that. And where can we get, Michelle, where can we get it, by the way?
Right. There we go. I'm going to pull it up while she's talking about it.
Great. Let's
Get it
do
on
it.
Amazon. And if you are shopping on Amazon, please pick Beautiful Self as your Amazon charity of choice on Amazon Smile. But it's a paperback, and it's also available on Kindle on Amazon. So I'll pull up the imagery so you can see it while she's talking. While Patricia.
Awesome. I want to hear about this. And an author. I should have put that in the beginning.
Congratulations, Madam Author.
Yes, congratulations. I'm obsessed with authors. So go ahead.
So yes, it's called Declaration Statements of Healing for Women Overcoming Dis-ease. And I wrote this book while I was battling MS, like right while I was in the thick of it. It was a terrifying experience, just as terrifying as cancer, believe it or not. And I just was praying consistently. I had survival scriptures, and then I wrote it within 2 weeks. It actually was like a personal journal and meditation guide for myself. And I was like, I can share this. I think that people will benefit from this. Like, and it's not like I wanted anything astronomical for it. It was just like, it's $7 for paperback, $5 for Kindle. And I was like, I'm also going to be committed to whatever I earn from sales, donating 50% of that to grassroots organizations. And like you said, yes, if you are an Amazon purchase it through Amazon and do it through the Smile so that you can contribute to Beautiful Self. But yeah, it's declarations. There is 3 different chapters.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
A must read.
A must read. Go on. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Madam Author.
No worries at all. Thank you so much for sharing, because I also don't share enough. And my cousin's like, you have to share more. So yeah, there are 3 different chapters in it. It's center, create, and command, because we have to center ourselves when we're facing dis-ease. We have to create our new life, our new experience, and that's ever changing. And, even now for me dealing with MS, and even as a survivor, people think like, oh, once you're done with treatment, that's it, it's over. And it's not. It's consistent. This anxiety, having biopsies every time you go for it, like that, it's constant. So the mental and emotional anguish. And so I share a bit of my personal experience of what my life was like leading up to breast cancer, and then, how I came to create this book, and then a little bit of my journey with MS. And so, when you make a declaration, you're calling into your life what you want. And so it's like, I declare I'm beautiful despite what it may look like. I declare I'm beautiful. I declare that I can design my life despite, what inabilities I may have at the moment, whether they're temporary or, lifelong. I can still create a new thing, and I can command, a new experience into my life. So that's what it's about. And, there's space for you to create your own declarations. I kind of give you a little bit of a prompt, with some that I had in mind, but there's definitely space for you to make your own and to journal and to share.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we brought her in for inspiration. So you did not disappoint.
Thank you.
So now we've got a little bit of time left. We got 15 minutes. Want to talk about beauty?
Yes.
Because, girl, you're in the trenches. I want to know. I want to get your opinion on some things. So, you can always learn something new. I like everybody's opinion. So show us what is in your beauty bag. Like, we asked you to dig in and talk to us about some of your favorites since you're out there, and share with fighters and survivors what you think is some of their must-haves. So let's dig into your beauty bag and tell me what you got first. Because I think I know what you're going to start with, but show us what you got. Okay, wait, before you talk about it, I just want everyone to know. So in the 90s, every fashion week, around the world, it didn't matter where I was on set, there was a jar of Pond's cold cream. So, from the biggest stars in the world to all the models, that was the staple on the table. So when you said that, I died. So go ahead, because it's amazing. Go on.
I love this because when I was going through treatment, I went from oily to extremely dry, so much that my skin felt like it was just like chafed and just super sensitive. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I need moisture. And this was like the best thing that I could afford at that time, because, the journey for some of us brings financial devastation, but I still needed to take care of myself and my skin. And so this was definitely like life-saving, so nourishing, lightweight, absorbed into my skin. I didn't look greasy. It's, it's like one of my cult faves even still.
It's iconic. That is an iconic product. Look at you. I just want to take a picture of you holding that.
Just look at it, y'all.
And I think it's like $5, right? It's not even.
Yeah, it's like, it's very inexpensive. But it's like your old faithful. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now, of course, there are other things I could recommend, but this was my favorite during my treatment. And it's also my favorite nighttime, like, if I'm just having I don't want to go through my whole skincare routine, but I want some nourishment. This is definitely my go-to. So
I love it. Yeah, it's not old fashioned. It's iconic. It's still loved. I was thrilled to see you pull that out in your bag. I was like, yes, next generation with the Pond's. It's so good. Okay, so what else you got?
So I also experienced a lot of dullness because my skin was so dry. So at that time I was using, NYX has a liquid illuminator and I was using it, I think in like bronze. But we level up and we expand. So Anastasia Beverly Hills has a liquid glow too. And I'm gonna just demo it really quickly because you can use it on its own or you can use it like under your foundation. And it's transfer resistant too, which is also something I love. And I also just want you to see like how like full on it is. So you definitely want to share it out. You could apply it all over. You could apply it in certain areas. I like to apply it to the high points of my face. So
I love the gold in it. It's very golden.
Yes. And there's different tones for different skin tones too. So this is the most appropriate for mine, but there's like moonstone. And I don't know, this one's in bronze, but I know
it's beautiful. Well, you know what? Even a fair skin could use that because it's going to give it a little bit of life.
Yes. And it'll give it a nice, warm, bronzy glow. So that's definitely a good call out.
And it's creamy. I love that texture that you're showing.
Yes, and it's so
some of them are too
easy
liquidy.
So easy to apply. And I love liquids because they're very forgiving, so it's not like, you have to really work it a lot. You can just blend it out and be on your way. So yeah, this is like, just a little bit of a glow.
It's gorgeous. Okay. So that's Anastasia. Okay. So we got Pond's, Anastasia Glow, right? Their cream glow. What's next? I'm so excited.
So Anastasia again.
Okay.
Their dip brow. So an alternative to this that I used when I was going through treatment was the NYX brow gel, and it came in a little tube. It's transfer resistant. It's water resistant, which is great when I was having hot flashes. And this has the same features and benefits too. And I love to use it with an angled brush. So let me.
Is it a gel?
Right here. Yes. Let me open it for you. It's a gel. Now I've used it. This is real life. Okay. So I don't want you to judge my stuff.
No, we love that. We love it. It is real. Let me see. Yeah, clearly it works. And that's, believe it or not, that's the color I would use because my hair was originally black and I left my brows. And it's hard to find a good black brow. It really is. Yes. That's a pet peeve of mine. So is that black?
So it's ebony, so it's kind of like a off black, like it's like a deep brown off black type, but it would be perfect for, because I used to show pictures of your hair color, and it's just gorgeous. Even this is gorgeous too. Sweet. So yeah, it would be perfect for, if you have like darker hair.
And it stays on?
It stays on, and I use an angled brush to apply it, and I use a spoolie to blend to create that natural brow effect. So yeah, either the NYX brow gel or even the Anastasia, it's like a great alternative between the two.
Okay.
So those are my faves. Okay. And next is Elia's liquid eyeliner. So I prefer felt tip eyeliners. Let me know how you feel about it too. I prefer felt tip versus brush bristles. And the reason why is because when I'm sloppily putting back on my top, my bristles spray. So this, it's a shorter felt tip. It's not too long. So even if I am like, sloppy with it, it, still.
And it's called, I don't know if I know that brand. Tell me about it. It's
Elia. So it's a clean beauty brand. I learned about it because, I work in store at Sephora. So, the brand reps come and they educate us about these brands. And so clean beauty just means that it's been scrubbed against 1,400 ingredients or more and has been proven to be non-toxic and, beneficial. So their brand is beneficial, has great skin benefits as well as coverage, etc. And it's not irritating because my eyes after chemotherapy, my vision and the teeth just experienced some atrocities. Like
out the window. I can't see anymore. The dry eye is horrific. I can't see up close. I can't see far away. And you're right. I just went to the dentist. They're like, your fluoride is bad. They're like, it's from chemo. 7 years later, 5 years later. Yeah. So you like that. It's gentle on the eyes.
Yes. And I like to use this because so my cheat technique was to apply the eyeliner as close as possible to my eye, like my lash line, to create the illusion of lashes. And I actually do not have mascara on today. I just use the illusion that I have a look on and I do not. So, just quickly kind of go over it too. You start out, you don't have to do a wing if you don't want to. but
but excuse me. Did you say you don't have to? Everyone should have a wing.
Because what I'll say is this: when I started doing eyeliner, I had such a hard time with the wing, especially for my eye shape. So, if you're just starting, just focus on maybe just the lash line. And then as you grow, you could do a little wing, and then you could extend the wing, and then you can get super dramatic with the wing.
I love a good wing. I love a good wing.
Like now I love it.
Yeah.
Because, I'm comfortable now. But when I first started, I was like, oh.
Yeah, of course. And it's intimidating, but I like that you're using that. It's funny because I have my little Clinique felt tip right here because I love a good felt tip. They just glide across and it's not rough. And our eyes, like you said, it's not the same. Everything changes.
It does. And so I'm very careful to use I'm not going to say I'm a clean beauty. I'm not either. Clean beauty. I'm definitely not that. Just I am more conscious, especially when it comes to my eyes or my skincare, to just be mindful of those things.
So we've got Pond's for the skin. We've got Anastasia for the brows, right? Fighter survivors. We have Ilia liner for the eyes. We've got Anastasia Glow for the skin. What else you got in your bag?
Lips. So Power Beauty, another clean brand. I love gloss. I used to be a matte girl, but now I'm just in love with gloss. So I'm gonna pop this on real quick. Super easy glide. I love things that are hydrating and nourishing. And
now I've never heard of Tower Beauty.
So these are a lot of these brands are like emerging. And because, when I went to school for skincare back in 2015, clean beauty was like, still like, it was, a buzz term and, vegan and things like that. And so to see the evolution of beauty and how more brands are coming out and being more intentional with their research and how to create coverage and still offer, skincare benefits, like LYS is another brand that's clean, Black owned, and they have like ashwagandha, turmeric, all these things that would help to brighten and assist with fatigued skin. So I love the evolution. So this is like a newer, not a newer, but a fairly new brand.
Yeah, no, it's so interesting because, there's so many, like, again, in the past 30 years, there was like, you have your big houses and there was very few little houses. Now there's so many little houses, it's hard to keep up. So I'm glad that you pulled some of the little houses that you think are really, like, we love Sexy's Beauty. It's a little house, but I love her stuff, right? Is Bite Beauty still around?
Yes,
I love Bite Beauty.
And Bite has also extended into foundation, which I love, and I want to demo at some point. And it's beautiful.
Yes,
it is beautiful. They also have like glosses, because their main thing was ingesting toxics, so that's how they came up with this clean brand. And they were pioneers, in my opinion, of this clean idea of beauty, especially when it came to lipsticks. So yeah, they have like liners, they have mascara, they have like so many things now. So yeah, and their foundation is nice. I like medium coverage. I don't like it too full. I like to build it if I need to, but for the most part, I like a natural skin look. So
me too. I think it's ageless and elegant to have a clean skin. I was never a fan of that heavy Instagram makeup. I don't love it. I just think any age looks better clean when you see the skin. So
absolutely.
Well, I got to say, we are just so happy that you came and chatted with us today. You are a ray of sunshine, my friend. You make a difference in the world. You really do.
And that, honestly, like, that's my goal. Is to make an impact in the world, and to do it through beauty is like the best. So I appreciate you sharing that with me, especially you, because you're a mogul. Let's not like underestimate this here. And I had the opportunity to work with both you and Michelle in like the very beginning.
Oh my God, we were in her house. We didn't have any clothes. We were like, help us make a hat. And you were like there.
Remember the head wrap? And you were like, tie this up and just do something. And I just did it real quick. You were like, okay.
This face comes into my house. I was like, oh.
I know. Well, look
constantly evolved into just bettering and bettering and sharing. That's the thing. You really are an advocate, and we love to watch you grow.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate this encouragement, because I'm sure you all experience that too, as a nonprofit organization, and having to, just persevere even through your mind or through your organization. So encouragement helps, no matter what it looks like. Kind words help, and just know that I appreciate, and I've witnessed, and I'm so, happy to see your growth as well as an organization and individuals too, because I follow you both on your private pages. So So yeah, it's so amazing to see things come full circle and continue to evolve for all of us.
You know what we need? I'm going to throw this out there for you. When it's safe again and we're at the Art Factory and we're shooting, you have to come in as a guest makeup artist and do a shoot with us. Okay.
Love to.
Yeah, we'll get that. Let's get that on the books as soon as we can reopen our doors safely. Then let's do it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's make it happen.
All right. We love you. Thank you for playing with us today.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You're the best. Anything else, Michelle? And
no, just we're gonna have links to her website, to Patricia's website in this post, and please definitely check it out because you have a great website. By the way, everything you do is fabulous.
we love you. As always, to everyone, stay strong, stay positive. You are beautiful. And we'll see you next week. Love you, Patricia. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.